Good evening, everybody. I'm Alex Wyatt, City Council President. I'm here to do a recap of our April 26, 2021 meeting. We had a number of big things happen tonight, starting with the appointment of the Ward 1 Board of Education position. We have reappointed Justin Russell in that position. We've been very happy with the work that he has done and look forward to another term from Mr. Russell. We also appointed a Ward 3 position for the Library Board. We appointed Dr. Kia Kraft. She is uniquely qualified for this with a doctorate in English literature and also a grant writer, and we look forward to her time on the board as well. Just a reminder, there's a public hearing set on the tree ordinance for our next meeting on May 10th. If you have any thoughts on that ordinance, certainly please come to that meeting and to the public hearing and voice those to the council. We also set a public hearing for another issue that has been on the minds of many people. It deals with the hotel that's at Oxmoor and 65. That item and the proposal for a storage facility has been set for a public hearing for May 24th. We will have that public hearing at that meeting. If you wish to speak to that issue, please feel free to show up for that meeting and let us know your thoughts. Lastly, we took a fairly unique step tonight relating to the 18th Street project and more specifically to the west side of the street. As you've probably seen, the east side of the street is looking great with its parking and its sidewalks and its lighting. We are looking to do the west side as well. Part of that project is getting what's called temporary construction easements from certain property owners, where we need to be on their property to do the construction, but that we will not be taking any property from them. We will be putting improvements, namely sidewalks and parking and lighting, in the right-of-way that the city already owns, but the construction of those things requires us to be on their property, and they are entitled to be compensated for that. So tonight we passed a resolution with regard to one property, Ed's Pet World, or Track 7 of the project, and what that resolution does is it authorizes us to continue to negotiate with Ed's Pet World, as we've been doing for a number of months, to try to get to an agreement on that property. But if we cannot, it allows the city attorney to begin actions for a temporary condemnation of that property. Again, this does not take any property from the owner. It simply allows us to go onto the property and do construction. At the end of construction, the improvements will all be in the right-of-way, and the property will go back to the owner. So it is a temporary condemnation for a temporary construction easement. We don't take this step lightly. Quite frankly, we are only taking it because after months of trying to get meaningful negotiations out of Ed's Pet World, we've been unable to do so. We have other properties on 18th Street that we have worked out agreements with, or that we are working out agreements with. And those are making progress. Quite frankly, we have agreed to prices and time for the easement with those properties. We have a few details to work out with some of them, and we hope to have those resolutions completed in the near future. And if we do, then we can avoid taking this step with any other properties, which obviously is what we hope for. It's important to note that while the condemnation process is proceeding, we can and will still be negotiating with Ed's Pet World. We hope for a resolution with them, and we will work towards that while the condemnation process is going forward, because quite frankly that takes a while. And this will give us the opportunity to do this, but without delaying the project any further. So again, it's a temporary thing. No land is being taken from any owner. All the land will go back, and at the end of the project we will have beautiful sidewalks and parking spaces and lighting, so that the west side of the street looks the same as the east side of the street, and we are looking forward to that day when we've got that completed. We will have our next full council meeting on May 10th. and we look forward to seeing you then.